All right, guys, we're going to do it again. So get your boarding passes, get your passport, whatever you need, because we're embarking on another Hermes journey. But before we dive into all the craziness going on up here, hey guys, my name's Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related content every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So if that's something you're into, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Consider joining our membership. We have an awesome engaged community, Discord, extra access, members meetups. It's a ton of fun. When it comes to Hermes, like Hermes is like that one brand that is like pinnacle for me. Like, I love collecting a little bit of everything. Like in my collection, I have everything from Dooney and Birkin Coach to like Fendi, YSL, LV, all the way up to Hermes. Honestly, I get just as much joy finding some of those older Coach pieces as I do adding one of these big quota bags to my collection. There's just something about an Hermes bag that hits differently. You have that whole buildup, the whole excitement, like the selecting like which model you want, style, color, size, hardware combos. For me, that is really fun as a collector. Now, listen, I've been collecting handbags for a very long time, designer goods, since probably about 2006, 2007, but it wasn't until like mid 2019, 2020 that I added my first Hermes bag, the Hermes Rio PM Clutch, which Princess Kate has. So if you haven't seen it yet, go and check out my Princess Kate video. When it comes to Hermes collecting, there's a lot more that goes into it. It's not like hopping on Fashion File, finding a Fendi bag for a couple thousand, throwing it in a cart and calling it a day. No, there's a lot of planning, a lot of financial planning that goes into adding one of these big ticket bags. And today we're starting the journey over again. And honestly, I'm really excited. What the heck do I want? And there's going to be an announcement here in a little bit, so make sure you stay tuned. When it comes to my Hermes collection, I feel so far it is, for how small it is, fairly diverse. I have the Hermes Kelly 35 in blue jean Togo leather. I have the Hermès Birkin 35 in box calf and verre foncé with palladium hardware. I have the Vespa in buffalo leather in the color Havon with palladium hardware. And I have my Rio pouch in black box with gold hardware. I only have one SLG so far. That's the Caro PM. I do need a wallet still. That's one thing that we need. And I'm thinking I want the Baron wallet. I'm pretty set on that. It's just a matter of finding the right color. Leather, I think I might want to do an exotic. Don't roast me. Finding the right price, of course. My next Hermes bag, like what am I missing from my collection so far? And only having 4 bags, I'm missing quite a lot. But I'm trying to decide what I want. And that's where today's going to come in at. We're going to be doing a little bit of a discussion. I'm going to be working through some things, talking about different styles that I might be interested in. Do I want another B or K? Do I want another thing like the Vespa, like something a little bit more off the beaten path? I don't know. We're going to be diving in. So when it comes to styles, do I want another handheld? Do I want another shoulder bag or crossbody? I don't know for sure. I'm thinking my next bag, it's definitely going to be, well, I say that now and then I end up buying what's completely opposite, but I definitely want like another more neutral color. I found with my Hermes collection, my Vespa and my Birkin are incredibly easy to wear. The colors are perfect, but the blue jean Kelly, she's a little bit harder to sometimes pair with outfits and feel under the radar. As it is, carrying an Hermes bag, like they're already like, boom, I'm an Hermes bag. But being in a brighter color, it's definitely more attention seeking than say my Verre Foncé Birkin. I was looking at different styles and I think I've narrowed it down to like 6. Really narrowed that down, Caleb, but there's like 6 different styles that I'm interested in. And the first one I've had on my list for quite some time, and that is the Massai. I don't really care what size the Massai comes in. I'd prefer one of the larger ones, obviously. But ever since I watched I Am Love with Tilda Swinton and that scene where she's going through the streets of Italy, she has that gorgeous kind of spectator style. It's the toile canvas with the leather trim. That bag, you guys, is phenomenal. In fact, watch that film if you haven't, because beautiful visuals, and it is literally an Hermes collector's dream. She has Kelly's, Birkins, she has the Dogon wallet, the Massai, like it's an amazing movie, just Hermes alone. That Massai, you guys, it has lived in my mind ever since then. Much like my Vespa, I think that is like the perfect under the radar Hermes bag. Like not a lot of people outside of the orange umbrella will be able to kind of clock that. I mean, probably, but it's going to be a little bit more under the radar than like these big ticket bags and a little bit better in price. I think for the Massai, I would pay less than $2,000 for it. The problem with that one though is finding the size you want, the right color, and finding it with both straps. It was originally supposed to come with 2 shoulder straps, one shorter to like wear really on the shoulder, one longer for more casual wear. And a lot of times they only come with one of the straps. I don't know what people are doing with these straps. It's like the dust bag conspiracy. Where are the Massai straps going? I really want to know, but that one is a strong contender. Now, if you've been keeping up with my Hermès runway reviews, we all know that the Arçon bag is the newest, hottest it bag from Hermès. I love the Arçon, but I don't have Arçon money, if you will. If I'm going to spend that much, it's going to go into a B or a K. Like, that's just how it is for me. The Arçon is very loosely, well, very heavily, based upon the Gao. The Gao bag, you guys, it is absolutely stunning. It is very simple. It is another shoulder hobo style. Again, I would probably want the larger size just with my frame. I'm a 6'7" man, so bigger bags tend to work a little bit better on me, even though we love TBE around here. But with the Gao, like those you can find for amazing prices. There's actually a white one. I was foolish and didn't buy it because the glazing was a little cracked, so it would immediately have to go to Hermès for repairs. And it was white. Being a shoulder bag, wearing darker colors like this, are you going to be competing with, some color transfer issues? There was a lot of unanswered questions for me. It wasn't the one, so I passed on it, but it was only like $700 over on Fashion File. Like these lesser known bags, you guys, you can get for a steal, especially if they haven't, like really reintroduced them. Like the Gao is still maybe about $1,200 now that the Arçon is on the market, but there are some other really good under the radar bags that have been discontinued that people just don't care about. Everyone's wrapped up in B or K, which I get it, I get the appeal, but Hermès is such a bigger house than that. Like they have some amazing styles and bags, and I don't know. Lastly, when it comes to potential shoulder bags, I'm also interested in the larger trim. I think Jessie over at Jessie Style has one, and hers is amazing. I think it's in a taupe if I remember right. But like, there's just something about that big trim bag. I mean, Jackie O carried it, so hello, it must have been amazing. That bag, you guys, it is so chic, it is so classic, and that big oversized version, like I think it's like 35 or 38. I think 38 is right. It looks phenomenal. Now this is kind of giving like Bottega Veneta that new hobo energy that everyone's talking about. This one doesn't really have a good resale value. Again, you can find like the smaller trim 32s on Fashion File, eBay for like sub $900. So the 38 you can still get for a pretty good deal, especially since, big bags. We're all saying big bags are coming back. When? Did I miss my invitation? Like I haven't actually seen them make a comeback. But even then, like the bigger version, you're going to pay a touch more, but it's still a steal for that much Hermès bag real estate. Like it is a big, gorgeous hobo, you guys. But would that compete with my Vespa? Now my Vespa, I think is like absolutely phenomenal. It would work really well with this outfit, by the way. Do I want two shoulder bags? Especially we all know I have sloping shoulders. I can't really keep, unless it's like the perfect strap, I can't really keep a shoulder strap on my shoulders. So do I want to spend that much more in another Hermès shoulder bag? I just don't know. I don't know. Now, at one point I had really wanted a 24, but with the way that the resale market's going, they're almost as much as a B or K, so why not just jump to the next rung of the ladder and buy a B or K? So the 24, sadly that is not on my list anymore, but the Bolide I can get behind, especially in the bigger size. Again, I like the bigger sizes, probably the 35 centimeter. I found with my Kelly and my Birkin, the 35 centimeter is perfection for me. It's enough to like carry what I need for the day, like with the Kelly, I have to pare down a little bit just because it's a little bit more narrow, but it's enough that I can carry everything I need, but also it's not too huge that I'm looking for, places to set it down, like where's it going to sit at the restaurant? Like it still fits on a seat pretty comfortably. So I'm thinking the Bolide 35 would be a nice addition. Also the Bolide, I think this was actually the first handbag to feature a zipper. 99% sure I'm correct about that. So back in the day, this was kind of history setting. It was the first bag to have a zipper. It has the shoulder carry option, and it does have that little plaque on the front, which is clearly meant for like a monogram. I don't really plan on selling any of my Hermès bags, so I would just take it in and have my monogram done. Like, come on, let's slap CPS across this bag. Like, let's make it official. But I'm really thinking a Bolide would be a nice next step. It's a good hand carry bag, but it's also not like in your face Hermès. Like you can be a little bit more under the radar, but still carry everything you need and not have to worry about my weak shoulders. Like that would be kind of nice. Now with the Bolide, I think I would do a neutral color yet again. Like I was saying, like I love bright, fun colors, but as I'm maturing, as I'm aging, I'm finding that I can get a lot more use out of my more neutral bags. And I've been grabbing my more neutral bags a lot lately, actually. I tried carrying my Kelly a few weeks ago, and I love my Kelly. Like, this is not a bash on the Kelly, but I was just finding like that shade of blue jean just wasn't the right color for the outfit I wanted. So I'm thinking like the next bag is definitely going to be one of the more neutral colors, whether that be like a darker blue, a black, a brown, or a cream. Like that's kind of where I'm leaning for my next bag. Now I've saved the two most expensive options for last, obviously. And then after I speak about these, we're going to be pivoting and talking about the financial aspects, because I know like I say the Hermès journey, but it is like literally, even though I'm not going into the store and playing the game, this is like my approach towards the journey. Like there has to be some planning involved, both financially and with what I want in the bag. It needs to be a smart decision, because these aren't just like Coach bags or LV bags. Like these are big ticket items that take a lot of thought. So for the next two items, we're going to be talking about the Kelly. Would I want another Kelly in my collection? The answer is absolutely yes. I think we can all aspire to be Jamie Chua and have a whole room full of Birkins. And I mean, I'd be fine either way. If I had a ton of Kellys, if I had a ton of Birkins, like I'm honestly team both. I think they're both fabulous bags. Yes, they each have their own pros and cons to them, but at the end of the day, they're literally the perfect bag, size 35 for me. So when it comes to the Kelly, I would be really interested in either adding like another 35, maybe even going upsize to a 40. I recently saw a photo. I think it's like that Palm Beach lady who goes around and like interviews the residents of Palm Beach, what they're wearing. There was a woman who was wearing this like ludicrously huge Kelly, I think it was a 40 centimeter, and it just looked really cool. It was just like, it was big, casual, sloppy, and I loved every minute of it, paired with her very put together outfit. But the color, you guys, it has to be a little bit more neutral. And I'm thinking for the leather type, I don't really see myself ever doing Epsom. Like it doesn't really do anything for me. So I would probably stick to either a Togo, Clemence, box, or Barinia, or the Volanka leather would be absolutely phenomenal, but best of luck finding that at my price point. I'm also interested in the Kelly in a smaller size, like maybe a 32 or a 28. Yes, I'll pay a lot more for that just because, hello, the sizes are the most popular. I think that that would be really fun to have like a smaller version of my collection, and it could replace some of my other smaller, more structured bags that would be doing kind of the same thing. Now, obviously, the sixth option, and the one that I'm kind of leaning towards the most, is another Birkin. So listen, guys, I love my Birkin. I really do. But much like my Kelly, there are things about the Birkin that don't necessarily make it an easy bag to carry. Listen, guys, I love my Birkin. Don't get me wrong. And I love box leather, but box leather is not necessarily the easiest leather to carry. One of my fears is you never know when you're going to be caught in a rainstorm. And I'm one of those people, like if my Birkin got a blister, I would be so upset because you can't get box leather wet. If it gets wet, you have to immediately wipe it off. And if you let it sit there, it can blister, and those blisters are not cute. So what I said, safe space. Now listen, I am not that precious with my Birkin, but at the end of the day, a more carefree Birkin would be nicer. So maybe again, like a Clemence or a Togo would be nice. I'd even be open to a Swift Birkin. I love Swift leather. It's so soft, and I think it gets a bad rap. I think that my next Birkin, a little bit more carefree, maybe even a little rough, dare I say? Like I would be open to some scuffs, maybe. I say that, but I wouldn't be. It would still need to be perfect. Something that I could, I could get sprinkled on or caught in the snow and not have to like freak out and worry. That would be nice. So at the end of the day, I love both my Birkin and my Kelly, but there are just a little bit, there's a couple things that I would take into account when I'm buying my next one. Color, I probably wouldn't go so vibrant. Leather, I mean, I would probably do a box Kelly because hello, classic icon, but I wouldn't do another box Birkin until I had a couple more Birkins in my collection. I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of planning, and you never know, like once you're actually like ready to make that purchase, what is actually on the market. When I started my Birkin journey, I did not intend to buy Vert Foncé in box leather, but it popped up. It was gorgeous. It's very Caleb Snell, and I absolutely love it. Same thing with my Kelly. My Kelly was actually supposed to be a Birkin, but I'd always wanted a blue jean bag from Hermes, and then it popped up, right price, right time, and I bought that instead of the Birkin. So truly, you never know until you make the purchase and get to the end of the journey what you're going to end up with. But how are we going to get there? That's the next question. So obviously I've been doing a lot of purchasing so far this year. And I did the same thing last year. I started off the year, made a whole bunch of purchases, and then had some live sales. Now listen guys, there's another live sale coming. Obviously I have to fund this next purchase somehow, and I need to make room in my closet because I've had a lot of bags so far this year. I even have things that I have yet to show you guys that I have sitting waiting for unboxing videos. So there's going to be another live sale. It's going to be, I'm thinking like the first or second week of June. It's going to be very early summer. So keep your eyes peeled for an actual date, but we're going to be doing it again. And the live sale, you guys, was so much fun. I think we had like 200-300 people in the live sale at one time, and it was just a blast. Like those of you that were there, sound off in the comments. Like it was a ton of fun. I can't wait to do it again. Now we're going to be doing some savings along the side. So unboxings, for the next few months might hopefully be a little bit few and far between. I do have some exciting ones coming up. I've got some more Coach bags, some Hermes coming. I'm going to do a whole like April pickup haul video for you guys here at the end of the month. It's going to be another journey, but I'm so excited. And listen, there's nothing more when it comes to handbag collecting. Like literally, in the grand scheme of life, this is very small, but when it comes to handbag collecting, there's nothing more special than hard work, all your hard work paying off, your savings, your selling, your planning, and opening up that box and seeing that new Birkin or Kelly sitting inside. Like, pinnacle collecting goals. Anyway, guys, I hope this was fun. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any of the models that we talked about today that I don't have? Like the Massai, the Gao, the Trim, the Bolide. Are those good, you know, fifth? Will be my fifth Hermes bag. Are those good fifth bags, or do we need another Birkin or Kelly? Let me know in the comments, guys. And are you working on your own bag? Like, what are you working towards? Tell me. Let's get a conversation going. Until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.